I'll give you my favorite President Trump story. When we were negotiating with the Taliban, while President Trump was still the president, President Trump looked at the Taliban leader and said this. And he said, if you harm a hair on a single American, I'm going to kill you. Reached in his pocket, pulled out a satellite photo of the leader of the Taliban's home and handed it to him.
Shut up.
Got up and walked out the room. Do you know for 18 months not a single American was killed in Afghanistan?
You told me in a previous interview that you told the leader of the Taliban you would obliterate him if he dared not to follow every dotted I, cross T, comma, period.
Abdul, I did. Had a conversation, had a number of conversations.
And didn't you at one point tell him, I know exactly where you are, and give him the exact coordinates where he was?
No, I sent him a picture of his house. He said, but why do you send me a picture of my house? I said, you'll have to figure that one out. I said, if you do anything, we're gonna hit you harder than any country has ever been hit. He said, I understand, Your Excellency. And he called me Your Excellency. I don't know if he calls Biden, but I will tell you this. We didn't lose one soldier in 18 months. And by the way, Biden got up and made a speech and he said that.
That's the definition of strength. That's what I'm talking about. And so you could imagine that kind of sentiment being around the world. If we have an embassy in another country, no one's going to touch it because they're going to be fearful that they'll get a Moab on their head. That's how President Trump rolls. This is the opposite of strength. This is the definition of weakness. And so now we're being feasted upon by other countries when our embassies are there because the Americans aren't going to do anything about it and they don't want us there anyway. But the point of us having an embassy there and the point of us having sovereign American soul is to be able to keep an eye on the world to a certain extent, to have that presence. But you can't have that presence when we have feckless leadership.